Hey, great Tuesday morning. Great Taco Tuesday morning. Buenos días, Janie. Gracias por llegar aquí temprano el día de hoy. O sea, parece que es hasta como competencia. Vamos a ver quién llega primero. I appreciate. Gracias por estar aquí con nosotros esta mañana. It's been crazy 24 hours in the city of Brownsville. Good morning, Leah. Good to see you. It's been a crazy 24 hours. A lot has been going on. Melissa, buenos días. Good morning. And Jessica Hermosa, good morning. Deliciosos muchachones. I'm probably going to ask for one for this weekend. I'll let you know. Love you. Thank you. Good morning, Gloria. Buenos días. Good morning, Abraham. Joe, my man, God bless. Good morning, Frank. Looking good as always, my man. Schwa, schwa. Buenos días, precioso. Gracias. Good morning, Sarita Hermosa. Good morning, Mirita Hermosa. Johnny, my man, good morning, bro. Pedro, good morning. Morning, Mirita. Gracias, love you too. And buenos días, Rosy Hermosa. Good morning, Stephen Jean Gonzalez. Norma, Gaby, good morning. Love your hair. Jose GJ Goofy Perez in the house. Good morning, Crisita. Again, it's been an interesting 24 hours. Olga Hermosa, buenos días. ¿Cómo estás? It's been an interesting 24 hours, and we're going to try and go as I posted up there in regards to what's going on. The new numbers are horrible. Gracias, Johnny. Bendiciones para ti también, al igual. Bendiciones a ti, a tu hermosa familia, papá. Andy, good morning. Algo ya te saludé. Normita hermosa. What's you? We're going to go over the numbers. We're going to go over Sylvia's thing. We're going to go over the situations at the hospital as much as possible, and also talk about the ambulances here in the city of Brownsville. I think we're in trouble. Goes Jim, be careful. They have shared with us that they have positives. Just be careful, guys, out there. We're on the street. The next stimulus check will be $2,000. I'm hoping. Joe, good morning, hermoso. Good morning, Rudy. Buenos días, hermosa Jessica. Saludos, un cafecito para disfrutar este live, the best. Y yo también tengo el mío. Gracias por la taza Esmeralda desde Ohio que me la envió. Hermosa Cristi, buenos días. José, buenos días. José Reyes, bendiciones para ti también, Pati. Quick question. What do you think about all the COVID situation and what's your opinion for a solution? I think we just need to start and continue to educate people and, let them know it's not a hoax. It's not a political stunt, and teach them that the importance in regards to proper hygiene, face covering, and social distancing. El problema, and I joke around a lot, guys. I joke around in regards to las viejas fodongas en el Walmart, aunque es verdad, es verdad que andan con los huercos para arriba abajo, pero es verdad, and again, I use that as an example because son cosas que nosotros sabemos que pasan, we know that this happens. I mean, when I say, ahí andan las viejas fodongas en Walmart, enseñando la panza con 5 o 6 huercos, it's true. It's true because y'all have seen them at one point or the other. Y dices tú, y si así, fuera del COVID, you go like, what is this mother doing? Trayendo los huercos para acá. I have a question. When people go vote curbside, do you have to be elderly disabled? No. All you have to have is to be concerned, and you could call the number once you get there, and they'll come out and pick up your vote. Going back to Johnny's question. So I think we just continuously need to educate our community a lot better. It's the same thing with the bag ban, the same thing with the littering. No vamos a cambiar. Las bags didn't litter Brownsville. It's la gente marrana that litter Brownsville. It's not the pañales cagados que are a problem. It's las viejas que tiran los pañales cagados en el parking lot. It's not the face masks that are a problem. It's or the gloves. Es la gente imbécil que tira este mugrero. So we have to educate people. And I'll give you an example. And I'll give you an example. Cuando iban los huercos a destruir y a tachar like the city benches. I mean, they put up some beautiful benches out there in Morningside Park. No, hombre, para el próximo día ya estaban rayadas y algunas cortadas y que le habían metido el nombre Betty, I love you con zafos and estupideces. Pero el problema es de que, and it's our leadership's fault. They haven't implemented, no les han enseñado a los huercos, no les han enseñado a la comunidad que todo esto es de ellos. Esta ciudad es para nuestros hijos. This city is our kids, our children. It's yours. You're the government. This is your city. So you have to protect it. You have to keep it clean. You have to, not go out there and destroy property because that property is yours. O sea, no se les ha enseñado eso. And then a lot of people don't feel it because of all the corruption in politics. Es que siempre hacen lo mismo, son los corruptos. And then se desaniman, then they don't go and vote. And then we keep the same politicians. Es una círculo vicioso. So we need to start educating people more, educating in regards to COVID, in regards to government, in regards to corruption. We just have to continue to educate people more and more and more. Good morning, Andrea Hermosa. Some bars are suing the state of Texas. Is that true? Yes. The Texas Bars Association has actually filed lawsuit against the governor of the state of Texas, because of the bar closing. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. So yeah, in regards to the curbside voting, again, please, if you feel uncomfortable getting off, but again, guys, go vote. Please go vote. Exercise your right and your civic duty to go out and vote. I've talked to the elections department. The elections department has guaranteed us that they are going to be, maintaining the areas clean. Our staff that are manning the polls throughout the city of Brownsville, they, have face coverings. They have guantecitos. They're out there. They're protecting themselves. So, guys, please do not hesitate to go out and vote. Please. Well, Erasmo, let's go get some lunch later. Sure. 572-1899. Send me a text, Pablo. 572-1899. Buenos días, Ana Hermosa. Buenos días. Después les platico porque tengo una queja en contra de los Fresnos. Good morning, my friend. Will the National Guard be coming to the National Guard is already here. The National Guard is already here, and I'm glad. National Guard actually came down to Brownsville, I think, this past weekend or last week, and again, they try to maintain themselves very a la despistada in order not to cause chaos. But are we going to get more individuals from the National Guard? I'm going to say yes, because we're not adhering to recommendations from the CDC and from our health officials. And I understand that our health officials here locally, but again, our health officials here locally are not too great, because we didn't hire the most qualified individuals to be our health directors here. We don't. But again, that goes back to the círculo vicioso. It really is our fault, because the politicians that we elect, ellos meten a sus compadres, a sus sobrinos, a sus tías, a sus tíos. Those guys get the cushy jobs, man. They're the guys that are getting paid $60, $75, $100,000 a year. Are they the most qualified individuals? They're not. And because we have not the most qualified individuals in these key positions, it's because of that we have these huge bad outbreaks that we have. And we're going to talk about the city ambulances in a little bit. And it's a mess, guys. City ambulance is a mess. Good morning from Galilea Salazar. Lopez Lobos in the house. I love Lopez Lobos. I love my Lopez Lobos. I love all my schools. Y'all know that. Ya mejor que cierren todo Erasmo Gyms, restaurants, si es verdad, de las viejas fodongas con niños chicos y sin face masks. Es cierto. Por eso, por eso, not to sound arrogant, that's why we're successful here in regards to, we have a great program, because, we tell the truth. And, you have an option. You have an option of listening to bull crap, to lies, to falsas promesas de los políticos, or you have the option of hearing the truth, and, we can disagree as long as you're respectful. I don't mind people coming on here and saying, oh, Erasmo, I disagree with what you're saying. That's fine. We can disagree. We'll hash it out, and then we'll sit down, have a cup of coffee, o como mi compadre Pablo, que me va a invitar a comer. We'll go have lunch. It's not a big deal, man. I'd rather maintain a friendship than, fight over a thing. So again, it is what it is. Pero con eso dicho, guys, just don't come on here and es que no vales vi, que eres, que una mierda. Grow up, get out of junior high, go get out of junior high and learn how to make a discussion, how to discuss something. Invited the mayor to come on. Mayor is actually, tied up, but entonces, we'll see if we get the mayor of the city of Brownsville on tomorrow. La raza needs to cut the BS, be responsible. Yeah, man. Keep your kids at home. Quit bathing your families. Quit bathing your families. No, don't. No, 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 no. Please bathe your families. See, no, Manny, let them bathe their families, please. Puro yonke, bro. Yeah, it's true, bro. Es puro yonke, es puro scrape. Allá en el barrio, nosotros en la Southmo decimos, es que es puro scrape. Puro scrape. Y es puro scrape. Oh, shoot. I got the name of another one. That's what I can say. Valley Grande Manor. Valley Grande Manor is in trouble. Yeah, Valley Grande Manor is in trouble. And again, part of my issue is that they don't come out on our list. Pero let me try and get out the whole. Saludos para Elma. Me quieres pescar en algo. Y la verdad, I read it, Edgar, lo leo y no sé cómo es ofensivo o cómo you're trying to get me on that one. That's how a veces verde estoy. Elma. Creo que sí. Ahí todavía no la pesco muy bien. Good morning, Priscila. Por eso siempre me pescan mendigos huercos. Discipline and respect starts at home. Exactamente. You know, and ¿cómo dijo Benito Juárez? Es el respeto al derecho ajeno, ¿verdad? El respeto al derecho ajeno es el principio de la paz. Something like that. Good morning, Wendy. Good morning, Oresti. Someone give me that quote. El respeto al derecho ajeno es algo de la paz, algo así. Good morning, and God bless you. God bless you, Lina Hermosa. Vote, Team Delgadillo. Hey, Ray. Love you, Ray. We love you. I love you too, Edgar. I do. You know I do. Last day to vote? No, it's actually the second day of early voting. We have a week and a half to continue to go vote. Please go out and vote, guys. It's going to be safe, maintain social distance. You'll be out there in 3 to 5 minutes. Good morning, Sandra Hermosa. ¿Cómo estás? Buenos días, amigo. Happy Taco Tuesday, guys. God bless. Oh, cuando los cheques. I think the second stimulus check should be out. They say July. Yo pienso que como August or September, but we'll see. Anadelia, sí, después platicamos. Tengo una queja con ustedes. Go vote or we can fight. Seriously, please vote. Inform yourself and vote. Yeah, do some research. Eres un loquillo. Well, it's true. Y por otros que hacen destrucción, la llevamos todos, tantas cosas que nos han quitado y todo, los padres por no educar a los huercos, a los nietos, cómo respetar lo ajeno. El respeto a lo ajeno, algo así, no me acuerdo. Alguien, búsqueme el quote. Please close SPI, people don't understand. It is closed, actually, after Wednesday. Hoy vi gente sin máscara en la calle. ¿Qué pasa ahí con la policía? Las policías no pueden regular todo. And, hola, mi amor. Y eso es cuando nosotros como ciudadanos tenemos que, hacer lo correcto. Sabemos que es lo bueno, pero no lo hacemos porque somos rebeldes. Hola, mi compa, ese vato. Juan, Dios bendiga. Se les dice y dice que no salgan y no anden en la calle y son bien cabezones. Un zape, hermosa Erika. Too pretty. Good morning. I believe we need to be proactive. The district needs to start to have videos or something to show parents how to access virtual learning platforms. So Laura. Pero again, I've been saying this for months. They should have started months ago. The only way we're going to get ahead of the curve in regards to COVID-19, the way we're going to get ahead in regards to distant learning for our students is if we are proactive y empezamos a prepararlo con tiempo. Guys, todavía no saben. They still don't know. I mean, we're a month away. Yeah, we're a month and a half away. No, a month and 2 weeks away. We're 6 weeks away, Laura. 6 weeks away from starting school, and they still don't know how they're going to start it. I mean, that's how bad things are at the district. Pero again, como que se les amontonó todo el caso. Ahora, por estar escuchando a Sylvia y por estar haciéndole Sylvia y por darle un aumento al superintendente, no sé por qué, no ha hecho nada, el imbécil, no había ni cumplido el año y le estaban dando $415,000. Pero we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Good morning, Agapito hermoso, ¿cómo estás? Good morning, Yamili hermosa, ¿cómo estás? Buenos días. All truth, there are so many unqualified beings in office. It is laughable and frankly pathetic. It is. And that's why we are in the mess we are. Erasmo, as you know, I work in the ER at the hospital. There is a lot of people getting upset because they can't be with their family members at the hospital. People need to understand that if we don't let them in the hospital with their loved ones, it's guys, Christina is actually, please do not, Raza, do not put extra stress on my hospital people. Raza, do not put extra stress on my hospital people, man. Please don't. Entiendan, comprendan. de que estamos en momentos difíciles, situaciones diferentes. Es lo mismo, los van a dejar, ahí déjenlos que el hospital se haga cargo, que el hospital se haga cargo, por favor, por favor. Shout out to all my VISD security officers, man. I love y'all. Y'all know I do. I love y'all, and I appreciate your friendship towards me, and I appreciate all the kind words that I have received from y'all, man. Really. Pero déjenme a mi gente del hospital en paz. No, no les den más ansiedad. Que cierren todo el pedo. Gente nunca aprenderá, ya que China nos va a mandar al swine flu otra vez. I don't think about closing everything, José. Hay que empezar a educar a la gente. Cabezón, dales un zape, cabezón, ponte la mendiga máscara, tonto. Hola, Esmeralda, aquí tengo mi tacita de Ohio. Ay, qué rico café. Y está más rico con mi tacita. It was supposed to say gathering. Yeah, stop gathering with your families. You can stop bathing. Oh my God, parents actually have to stay home with their families. Come on. Morning, Manuel. Bendiciones, papá. El respeto al, ¿qué? El respeto al derecho and no es la paz, algo así. Someone find it. Derecho ajeno es la paz. El respeto al derecho ajeno es la paz. Así es, Frank, ¿verdad? It's not a lie on COVID-19. I know at least 5 family members who someone positive and then on the quarantine and hit home big time. Well, you know what, Joe? It's kind of weird because, you know, a friend of mine, Raúl, andaba, es un hoax, es puro guato, es puro guato. And I saw a post this morning, oh, ya le pegó cerca a mis amigos. Oh, it's not a hoax. Ándale, canijo. Pero fíjate, Raúl, y quiero que a ver si estás oyendo. Fíjate a cuánta gente no envenenaste con diciéndole, it's a hoax, así como la Minerva Peña, que andaba diciendo que era un hoax y que se iba a esfumar, que iba a, quién sabe qué estaba ya fumando esa pingüina estúpida. What's your take on this? AMP, on the, what, AMP? On the thing. Good morning, God bless you always, have a amazing day, love you, mi amor. El respeto al derecho ajeno es la paz, gracias. Entonces sí la dije más o menos bien. Good morning, Kathy, hermosa, ¿cómo estás? Good morning, to Mr. Amazing. Thank you. El derecho al respeto, el respeto al derecho ajeno, Rosie, el respeto al derecho. Entre los individuales como entre las naciones, el respeto al derecho ajeno es la paz. Gracias. Entre los individuales como entre las naciones, el respeto al derecho ajeno es la paz. Gracias. Bueno, Alberto, ese es más completo. Las fodongas en pajamas, bebé. No, y luego también enseñando el ombligo y con los shorts acá, enseñando todas las verijas. Come on, folks. El respeto al derecho ajeno es el principio de la paz. Algo así. Benito Juárez, benemérito de las Américas. Amén, brother. Buenos días, Erasmo, Lupita. ¿Cómo estás? Te he extrañado. I can't see that. I can't click on it now. Give me a quick 2 sentence, Emanuel, what it is. El respeto al derecho ajeno es la paz. Amén. What about fishing? After Wednesday, there's going to be no fishing. So arráncate hoy, mi Rodrigo. Go fishing as much today as you can. They're going to limit that in regards to anything that is owned by the county. And the county owns most of everything. El señor Kerry Cabe. Nah! Ricky, good morning, fancy fans. Hey, like my tie, this is my America's Academy of Pediatrics. Because, you know, I'm buying my doctorate degree. El respeto al derecho ajeno es la paz. Amén, mi amor. Respeto al derecho ajeno es la paz. Good job, Vladimir. El respeto al derecho ajeno es la paz. Benito Juárez. Amén. Good morning, Quesito. Good morning, Erika. Tony, el respeto al ajeno es la paz. Así es, Erasmo. Gracias, papá. Whether it was because of your post or not, they finally tamed the tree at Villanueva. Thanks for advocating for our schools. I'll always advocate for our schools. I always fight for what's right, and I'm glad that, and you know, quieran o no, they listen. You know, and that's what really it frustrates them. De que we speak truth here, guys. Speak truth. Buenos días, Raza Marcos hermoso, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo andamos, mi Jonathan? Love you, man. 1 month. 1 month. Si la otra vez estaba afuera sin mascarilla y pues mi perro se me escapó, después mi abuelo se quedó dormido abajo del carro. Te fue bien mal ese día, mi Froilán. I hope I didn't say anything inappropriate. El respeto al derecho ajeno es la paz. Amén. Buen día, Dios contigo, Dios con usted, don José. Bendiciones. Entre los individuales como entre las naciones, el respeto al derecho ajeno es la paz. Gracias, Rubencito. Good morning, hermosa Yesenia. After everything that's going on, the district better start singing another tune because it's not. They are opening up a major negligence lawsuit. And Lucy, honestly, Lucy and my other people, BISD people here, have I been lying about everything that I've been saying in regards to Sylvia and the way that she's manipulated, the way that she controls the sport? Anyone? Have I been lying? Anyone? I have not. I've been speaking truth. It's truth. Morning, Luis Hermoso. Hey, Al, how's it going? Good morning. They have not known how school will start, but we'll have an idea how it all will end. Unfortunately, yeah, you have been telling everyone this is not a freaking hoax. Now people are dying. Yeah, continuously. What people need in some unos tablazos like they do in Mexico so they can stay home. See, unos sapes brutos. IDEA announced yesterday that all their students will be receiving a device for their use either for distance learning or support their during instruction. What about BISD? No, they still don't know. And yeah, you see all these other districts. You see IDEA, you see Harmony, you see Jubilee being very proactive. BISD, they still don't know nada. And then they took 2 weeks off because they found that they have a lawsuit that they have to attend. And yesterday was the start of the lawsuit. Y ándale, canijos. Ándale, canijos. They're trying to get their stuff together. Frank Sanchez, you're right. Así es el dicho. Gracias. El respeto al derecho ajeno es la paz. Amen. Idea Schools did a great job to show us how to do the online classes and even gave every student a laptop. Why can't BISD? BISD has a bigger budget than our local ideas. A huge bigger budget. Buen día, hermosa Cindy. Good morning, tío. Good morning, mi sobrino Vicente Hermoso. Juárez's quote continues to be well remembered in Mexico. Entre los individuos como entre las naciones, el respeto al derecho ajeno es la paz. Eres Juárez, Miss Cristi Hermosa. Mayor needs to make signs on the correct way to use a mask. We just need to educate our people. Y la raza no está educada. Exactly. How do you doorknob liquor say now? Ándale, imbéciles. Pingüina estúpida. Es que si es una pingüina estúpida. ¿La has visto, Diego? Camina como pingüina, se ve como pingüina asquerosa. Nothing against penguins. Erasmo for president. Preach, bro. What do they say now? Ándale, canijos, para que aprendan. There's a lot of people with COVID and they don't show symptoms and they be walking out like como que sin nada. Y ese es parte del problema. O sea, creen que no les va a pegar. No sé qué piensan, Rodrigo, pero tienen mucha razón, compa. Good morning, Janet Hermosa. Yesterday, I went to Anita's Tortilleria and the lady who is dispatching was not wearing a face mask. I asked why, and she said that she is on the back. She was covering the one in front. So that means the ones doing the food is not wearing masks. No, hombre, shut up. Shut up! ¿Se imaginas? Saludos, Erasmo, 2020 for president. Saludos, mi Eri. Dios bendiga. Sí, buenos días. Ya soy estilista y tengo tanto miedo ir a trabajar por miedo a contagiarme porque estamos muy cerquitas de los clientes, pero los biles no paran y nos tengo que trabajar. Por favor, cuídense mucho. Gracias. Una de mis sugerencias es empieza a hacer cortes de pelo privados. Besa y vete bien preparadita, para no que estar confinada en un lugar. No sé. Buenos días, Mr. Erasmo. Saludos a todos. Con la pelusa en el ombligo, las fodongas. Saludos, mi Ricky. What sites are open for COVID testing? Sports Truck are open, and I posted up a list. Send me an inbox, Carolina, and I'll send you a copy of the list. Van a andar más estampillas, sabes, nosotros nunca calificamos. Y si tienes hijos, mi Tony, sí calificas. I hate the idea that BIC doesn't allow the kids to take their afternoon meal home with them. Not enough time for them to eat. No, they're going to have to change that. Let them take the food home, que se lo lleven, y si lleven extra, la frase el derecho al respeto ajeno del presidente de México, amen. Here we are having issues because we have not opened business and people are getting uncomfortable and more people no mask. Exactamente, it's a big issue. Will hair salons close? No, I don't think so. BTX Cares for testing. Thanks you, Mónica Hermosa, gracias. No, it's btxcares.com. btxcares, todo junto, .com. Más para clarificar. Para toda esa gente que sigue diciendo que es un hoax, entonces que expliquen por qué hay tanta gente que se está enfermando. Exactamente. No lies. Winter is coming. Amen, preachers. Buenos días, chulo. Buenos días, mi Ryan hermoso. I will send you more coffee when I send Frankie his gift. Bendiciones, mi amor. Gracias. Te lo agradezco mucho. Our health authorities handled wrong this from the beginning. Es cierto. Now they are blaming the people. What do you think is going to happen in 2 weeks when they reopen everything? Yep, the same spike. But hope this time our hospital authorities work together and get prepared. El problema, Ana, is that we don't have the most prepared individuals at the health department. At the health departments in county and in city, porque nomás ocupan a los compadres. It's the same people that get the same constant jobs. Yes, people, everything needs to be closed, essential for business. Si se acercan las votaciones, las ayudas son con fines políticas, pero la gente toma las ayudas y les dan mal uso. Les llega la ayuda y salen a las playas y a las carnitas asadas. What's the lawsuit about? I'll go into it in a little bit. BISD did give us laptops. Well, lent them. Yeah, I think I did just gave them out. Y los fresnos, ¿qué se ha sabido? Los fresnos dicen que también es un hoax, supuestamente, que parece que Minerva se quiere ir a trabajar a los fresnos porque ellos también creen que es un hoax, dicen. I'm not sure. Por eso quiero hablar con los de fresnos. Do you know anything about los fresnos CISD? Los fresnos CISD también está machado y terco. They still want to send their kids to the campuses. It's dumb. Viejos también con los hijos. Yeah, it's crazy. La pingüina, la rata y la lana. Es todo lo que es. Buenos días. God bless you. Buenos días. Sylvia, yeah, can fool some of the people part of the time, but you can't fool all the people at the time. Love you, Marco. COVID-19 is real. Que el idioma quieran que se les diga. Imbéciles. Exactamente. And los fresnos CISD, have you heard anything? Yeah. They think it's a hoax too because they're planning to go back on campus. It's dumb. Air salons no bueno. Salons just can't have more than 10. Yeah, have a limit. How many testing sites do we have? We have 2. One from the National Guard starting today, and one from the city of Brownsville. Good morning, and a lot of doctors doing some doctors, not all. Good morning, God bless Texas. Thank you for keeping us informed. Always, my man. Love you. Yes, I got in trouble because I helped a kid pack his meal in his backpack, and I told him I was going to the trash, and he doesn't take it. So what's the big deal? Exactamente. I agree. I'll take care of that when I be back on the board. We don't have a good city commissioner for BISD and PUB. All suck. They do. They all suck. Wish my wife a happy birthday. Yeah, happy birthday, Magdalena. Hermosa. Saludos, brother. Échale ganas always. Krista, make sure you take something for chest congestion while you wait for the results if you think you're sick. Ayer los números salieron. I actually was right. There were 69 positives in City of Brownsville. Look at the ages, guys. 20, 21, 21, 21, 21, 22, 23, 23, 24, 24, 25, 27, 27, 28, 29, 31, 34, 9, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 26, 27, 27, 29, 29, 31, 39, 16, 20, 23, 24, 31, 33, 39. 13, 13, 28, 29, 29, 31. O sea, todos estos son jóvenes. They're young people. They're young kids. All these guys that I just numbered, y todavía faltan más. No mencioné todos. All these are young kids, guys. Pero, again, Valley Grande Manor is in trouble. Harlingen Nursing and Rehabilitation, acaba de salir, también is in trouble. Altavista is in trouble. The Rio at Fox Hollow is in trouble. I mean, all these places are in trouble, guys. They're in trouble. And the nursing homes are a problem. I do want to say that the nursing home people are in trouble. The nursing home people are in trouble. Let me 1 second, guys, please. And thank you for your patience. And thank you for your patience, guys. I'm sending actually a link to our mayor, Trey Mendez, to see if he can make it on, guys. And thank you. And thank you so much, Mayor Trey Mendez. We'll have Mayor Trey Mendez on in a bit. Thank you so much. Ages, I shared the ages. The ages are horrible. Ages tell us something. Do we know anything about Ebony Lake Nursing Home Center? Yes, they're in trouble. Yeah, wife's grandmother passed last week, stopped breathing, don't know whether or not to believe or not. They're in trouble. Que extiendan el unemployment. Ay, ojalá que sí para toda mi raza y para mí. The city has high numbers of COVID. Nurses and doctors are giving up. ¿Qué vamos a hacer cuando ya no haya ayuda de médicos que están agotando los enfermeros? Ese es otro de los problemas. Los enfermeros se están agotando. Flu season coming as well. Good morning. Was the video good? The video... No me acuerdo. Remind me, Ana, se me va la mente. You're missing the chavorrucos. Yeah, los chavorrucos son los de 50, 40, 50, 60, que todavía se creen chavorrucos y quieren ligar con las de 21, 22, 23 años. Ay, no. Que Dios bendiga a la gente que va al plasma, que hace un buen trabajo, los enfermeros allí, y los bendiga a esas personas que se arriesgan todos los días. Exactamente. Oh, yeah, there's someone that has, like, young people don't get it, like, now. It's horrible. Why can't we use the Brownsville Medical Center on the expressway for COVID-19 patients? The way that the nurse and staff can get a break. We're going to ask the mayor that. The mayor is coming on in a couple of seconds. One moment, guys. Appreciate you. So they're coming on in a little bit, so we'll find out. Hey, Gilbert, ¿cómo estás? I love you, man. We are still working on our plan. Nothing is set in stone. Please stand by. Thank you. And I appreciate that, Martin. And just people just want to know. They're, Martin, and they're just concerned, man. They're concerned because el problema, Martin, is that they've seen what's happened in Brownsville. And they've seen how, han dejado que los maestros y los alumnos vayan a las clases. And my people from Los Fresnos are concerned. They're concerned because they know it's not safe. And the evidence is that BISD couldn't keep them safe. And BISD está terco. Y BISD doesn't listen to the people. They don't listen to the teachers. And I have faith in my Los Fresnos board. I have faith in my Los Fresnos board are going to listen to the teachers. They're going to listen to parents. Pero primordialmente, they're going to listen to the teachers because the teachers are the ones that are going to be in the front line, mi raza. Teachers on the front line. Y las teachers son las que están ahí directamente en el problema. So, yeah. Good morning, everyone. Shaina, hermosa, ¿cómo estás? Isn't the county judge on Channel 5 today at 11:30? I don't know. I appreciate the county judge sending me messages every so often. I just wish he'd be a little bit more receptive. Saludos a Mitch. Sergio, pórtate bien. The mayor is the only one who is out there in public. He is. And we need to come on. This virus doesn't care if you're poor, rich, or what color you are. Anyone can get it. It very, very much is. County doesn't even ask the right questions. The paper saying one is cleared from the virus is worthless. That is a big problem that Ricky just mentioned. De que a lot of individuals that have tested negative all of a sudden are testing positive. It's kind of a weird deal. I mean, it is kind of shocking. It's kind of shocking. And I hear someone knocking at the door. Hello? Hey.
Hey. Erasmo, how you doing?
Let me get this little sign out of the way. I don't want the people to think that we're that's promoviendo. We have the honor of having Mayor Trey Mendez with us. Mayor Trey Mendez, how you doing, sir?
Hey, I'm doing all right. Long day yesterday.
Well, I can't hear you.
Oh.
Your volume might be down.
Can you hear me?
Your volume is down.
I'm off mute.
Use the Disco Hospital. It's just closed. Still volume down. If your computer and volume might be down, or the.
Can you hear me?
Do you think shelter in place should be placed again? No, I don't think shelter in place is going to do any good. Well, Mayor Mendez works on his volume. I think what we need to do is educate people more to do the right thing. People are just not doing the right thing. So I don't think a shelter in place is warranted or needed. And the truth, I just don't think it's going to happen. We just need to start doing what is the right thing. Social distance. I mean, look at. The CDC has been very consistent in regards to those things that we need to be doing. We need to be doing. They have been consistent. So in regards to that consistency, we have to go out there, guys, and adhere. You might want to go back in and go. I can hear him. Oh, you can hear him. Mayor, are you there?
Yeah, I've been here.
Maybe it was me. Mayor, how you doing, sir?
Doing all right.
Good. Appreciate. Sorry. Thank you, Leah, for letting me know. We can hear him. Mayor, how you doing, sir?
Good. One day at a time right now.
One of the things that we've been seeing is the increase in regards to the numbers for the city of Brownsville. I mean, the city of Brownsville is now the hotspot in Cameron County. I mean, they have increased the numbers out there. I mean, we are at more than 50% of the numbers out there. There's been a lot of not confusion, but a lot of speculation in regards to, is this because of Memorial Weekend? Is this because of the bars? What's your take on the numbers and the age groups in the numbers?
Well, first of all, Brownsville does have the majority of cases, but I think we also need to look at the ratio of testing. We have so much more testing per capita per city than any other city in the valley. Our drive-through testing facility alone has done over 6,000. So we're running circles around every other city in the valley when it comes to doing testing. So, of course, we're going to have higher numbers. We need to look at ratios and positivity percentages. But if you ask me the factors for the spread right now. Several, I've asked providers what their thoughts are, and all of them tell me the same thing, which is bars were the number one factor, restaurants were another factor, and then family gatherings were a large factor as well. And everybody has told me those three factors. So another thing, obviously, is people just aren't listening at Osmo. We've seen that for a month or more. People thought that just because the state was reopening, that means everything's okay. You have a lot of misinformation on social media. I can put all the data and facts, and then you have people that are spreading misinformation. So unfortunately, that makes people doubt the seriousness of everything that's happening. But it is very serious, as you and I have been saying for 3 months now.
Well, yeah, and again, a lot of individuals, they make reference to, should we close again? Should we close? No. What we need to focus on is educating individuals in regards to what we've been hearing from the CDC and from the experts for months now, is social distancing, face coverings. If you don't need to go out, don't go out. Pero la raza no hace caso. I agree with you in regards to the bars. I think the reason why we're getting these 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25-year-olds in great numbers is because of the videos we saw. And I think that I spend quite a bit of time on social media. And because of spending time on social media, I got to see the bars que estaban, hasta el tope. Because they posted the videos even. It's kind of embarrassing. And then we saw, boom, 5 positive employees. And if you got 5 positive employees, multiply that times 25 in regards to the individuals that came in contact with those employees, and you're going to get these numbers. We also invented a word here, sir. We invented a word because we were seeing a lot of the 40 and 50-year-olds también. And those are the guys that were going to the bars to hit on the 21, 22, 23-year-olds. We call them those chavorrucos.
Okay.
Chavorrucos. But in all seriousness,
well, my life goal then is not to be a chavorruco.
Yeah, my goal is also not to be a chavorruco, despite of what Minerva Peña says. But one of the other concerns is in regards to the hospitals. We received information from the hospitals, and I know that you're in constant contact with the hospitals here in Brownsville, and they're turning away ambulances. According to the information that we received, they are at capacity, sir.
They are, and every hospital in the county at some point or another in the last 2 days has been on diversion, meaning that they cannot take in any more patients. Ambulances are diverted away from the facility. There just isn't room. I spoke to the CEOs this morning, and there's people in the hallways. There's people waiting to get rooms. The ER has now become a COVID waiting area. It's really out of control, and what we need to realize is the acuity, which means the severity of the illness, has become much worse over the last 2 months. So the people that are coming into the hospital are coming in much sicker, and they're staying in the hospital for 10 to 12 days. So when you have a facility that's already full and you have people in there that are going to be there for 10 or 12 days, what happens over the next 10 or 12 days now that we've reached capacity? There's not going to be anywhere to go. And those people, unfortunately, are going to have to be turned away, and there's no more space. And they've looked at alternate facilities. There's no alternate facilities. There was 2 that were considered. One of them was the former Doctors Hospital, which is now privately owned and is unable to be converted. It needs too much work. And then second was the Old Valley Regional by Robindale, by the Idea School, which is now owned by and operated by Southwest Key. So that's not a possibility anymore. We just, in reality, don't have any more space. And the hospitals are going to end up being almost primarily COVID now. So it's a very, very serious, grave situation. There's so many more people on ventilators now. It's a real issue, and we're seeing the results of people not taking precautions over the last month.
Yes, I'm incredibly disappointed with the closure of county beaches. While the city beaches and SPI remain open, the places like Clayton refuse to enforce social distancing. Umbrellas right next to each other, and again, that is completely out of our control as a city. But I tend to agree in regards to business needs to make sure that they start acting responsibly, because someone was mentioning in regards to Coral, in regards to thinking that 50% is way too high. Guys, if business cannot make sure that the places is clean, they are risking not only losing the 50% or the 25%, they're actually risking of losing their business completely. How is small business doing in the city of Brownsville, Mayor?
It's tough, Erasmo. The businesses that are surviving are the ones that found a way to kind of retool their business, take a different approach, start doing more curbside delivery, and it's difficult for companies or for businesses to even get the proper equipment for their staff, to get enough cleaning supplies. So you have to think that there's some out there that are cutting corners that maybe aren't as clean as they should be. It's really hard to know sometimes if your employees are sick, if they're asymptomatic for the first few days. It's a really tough situation overall. My restaurant, as you know, we have not opened our dining area this whole time. And the main reason for that was we just didn't want to risk our employees, and we didn't want to risk infecting the community, because it's too contagious of a virus to think that people will not get infected if you have them in close proximity for a prolonged period of time, which restaurants do, bars obviously do. So it's tough for small business right now. I'm not a proponent of shutting down business. I think we can continue to operate. We just have to do it safely. Wear your damn masks, right? I mean, we've been saying that for a long time. That's the easiest thing we could possibly do. And I understand that there may be a very, very small percentage of people who, for health reasons, cannot wear masks. Okay, I get it. But that's probably 1% or less of the population. Everybody else, be responsible. We hear about personal responsibility. Your personal responsibility now is to protect yourself and protect your community, wear your mask. So I think we can still operate business. We just have to look at less occupancy, more curbside retail, and certainly taking more protective measures with our staff.
Now, and I'll throw this in. Is there any way or any consideration in regards to creating a makeshift hospital, a makeshift facility? That like a big old. I know that they had a big old tent city out there at Valley Regional. I mean, is that going to be one of the options that we're?
Actually, I did have discussions about that this morning. That is a consideration at one of the hospitals, to start doing a tent facility for some patients that are maybe in holding areas now. So that is a possibility, and they're looking at that. And I will say our two hospital CEOs have done a good job.
They have
of going with the situation, and we've heard some people that are trying to blame the hospitals.
No,
it's unrealistic to blame the hospitals, because I see them as it's a hotel with 100 rooms. That's it. You cannot suddenly overnight, just because it's spring break, let's say, suddenly put 150 rooms in your hotel. It is a facility that has a certain amount of space. So the hospitals have been preparing. The way that they've been preparing is with their staff and with their facility, trying to convert space into more COVID possible space, and they've done that. So I feel confident saying that they've done every possible thing they could do with the space that they have now, and they're looking at alternate space now, which is what they need to do. But they've done a really good job.
They've done a phenomenal job. And again, an employee from the hospital came on, and I let people, please do not put an extra burden in regards to our individuals that are out there working. Don't give them any more stress. Don't yell at them. Don't scream at them. But, we have to take responsibility as a community as well. I mean, nosotros somos una gente muy chiflada, porque, ay, me duele la cabeza y voy al hospital. Ay, que I got a splinter y me voy al hospital. And we clog up the hospitals with a lot of stuff that is not necessarily an emergency. I mean, we've seen it. We've seen the emergency room. We're like, my shoulder hurts. And guys, you can't do that right now, guys. I mean, you cannot flood the hospitals with, I got a little splinter in my finger. Go take care of your own damn splinter. But with
really, that's not even. I feel confident saying that's not even happening right now. The people that are coming in very sick, and in regards to the nursing and medical staff, that's a major concern, because you have a lot of medical staff that have been getting sick over the last month or so, and the CEOs have done their best to work within those parameters and that issue. But we did request assistance from the state, and the state thankfully did. The state thankfully did answer our call for assistance, and they sent several nurses down yesterday, and they're being put into the facilities today over the next couple of days as well.
Well, one of the questions, and again, it's a two-part question. One of the issues, I mean, I've been talking about it for years. We do need more ambulances in the city of Brownsville. There's no doubt. I mean, I don't think anyone could say that that's not the case. But with that said, I understand the measures in regards to the contact with our first responders, especially our EMTs, with COVID patients because of the risks that they have in regards to contracting coronavirus and then them being out of the loop in regards to not being able to service or to help other individuals out there. What's the solution?
Erasmo, I've tried to figure that out, and to be quite honest, I'm not the best person to ask that question to because I don't know the proper procedure for medical personnel and first responders when it comes to a COVID positive. This is something that's really unprecedented. And I know that the facilities themselves, let's say a nursing home, has a certain responsibility for their patient up to a certain point. Like I said, because the hospitals are full, that creates another problem for first responders because there's nowhere to go. It's a really difficult situation, and I can say first responders are doing their best. The firefighter paramedics are doing an outstanding job, but there's only so many of them, and some of them have gotten sick. So one of the measures we took yesterday as a city, as part of our orders, was we also provided an avenue for ambulance services to get temporary licenses to help out and assist our paramedics.
Well, I mean, that's great. I appreciate it. Let me go into in regards to educating the community. I know that there's been a big movement, and again, I can't even begin to imagine how hard of a job that y'all have right now. But we are trying to educate individuals in regards to the census and to make sure that you do go register. And to our folks out there, if you have not registered for the census, please do it online. You have that capability. We did see the city being very proactive at that time. Will the city now be moving their resources to educate individuals in regards to social distancing to proper instead of the census right now?
I don't think we can divert any resources away from the census. If anything, we need more resources when it comes to the census. But what we've done is we've actually doubled up and we've been tackling the census and COVID awareness at the same time. So there's been a lot of materials being distributed among the community door to door in some places regarding COVID and census both. So we really, really do need help with the census. We're a little bit over 50% now, which is good. Our goal is 80%. We got some more time, but with the situation we find ourselves in now, where we're limiting contact again, it becomes more difficult to spread that awareness other than through online means or mail. But it's been hard getting the message across when it comes to census, but we do need some help on that for sure.
In regards to, and this is a question that I get a lot in regards, is there anything that the city government, the city leadership can do in regards to, requesting that our school district not be sending the students onto their campuses? One of the things that, and I know that you've been an advocate and y'all, the city commission actually voted on not having individuals on the campuses. And Mayor, you were right. The city commission was right. And it blew up in the face of the district because they did send our teachers back and they came out positive. They did send our students back, sir. They sent our students back. They had graduation. We had graduates and parents come out positive. They sent students back for athletics and for band. And sure enough, our athletes and our bad students came back. Is there anything more that the city can do in regards to saying, no way, you cannot bring people back into these buildings?
We're going to have to actually request some sort of higher opinion, I think, for that. But that's something that's on the radar because I don't think in the situation we're in now, with the spread being the way it is, I don't see that it's realistic to think that schools are going to come back, a month from now? Maybe a month and a half from now? It's just unrealistic. There's no way we could contain it within this time. So I think that's a terrible idea to send students back to campus right now or in a month. So that's something we're going to look at. And we've had conversations with the district about different measures we could take, but it's going to have to become a more serious conversation very quickly.
It's going to have to, sir. And again, and I understand if let's say that they're going to contain it there, but no, the problem that we have as a city, I mean, not even talking about the district, is that those students and those teachers, they go back home, and then we're going to have them. And we've talked about this, and Dr. Cerdan was letting us know, we haven't finished the first wave. The second wave is coming. I mean, what are we in for? Mayor Mendez, do you feel another full stay-at-home shelter will be on the table if people continue not to adhere to guidelines?
Well, I think that's a two-part question. Do I think it's a stay-at-home order is going to be coming? that depends on the positivity rate. When the governor spoke about a week ago, he said he would consider doing that if the positivity rate doubled. At the time he had that conference, it was at 10%. Right now we're about 14, 15%. So it's a possibility, definitely, that the governor himself will do it. But the last part of that question was, do I think it's possible if people continue not to listen? Yes. If people continue not to listen, we're headed for even further disaster. So any question that ends in if people refuse to listen, the answer is probably going to be yes. So if people continue to not take precautions, then yes, we're going to have to continue to take stricter measures. No question.
This is a question, and I think Jose is making this question, Mr. Valles, in regards to the different stands that are, a lot of other counties and a lot of the cities are making money. What are we doing to apply pressure on Governor Abbott to take appropriate actions for the state? Because we understand that, again, Mayor, I mean, y'all were right, and the governor was wrong. And I don't care. Again, I'm very conservative, and that Governor Abbott calls me every Saturday, and I have great conversations with him. But I told him this past Saturday, Greggy, you were wrong. Just admit it. And he came out and he admitted he was wrong. But again, with that said, are we taking a more forceful stance in saying, and I think, saying, hey, Governor, you're saying this, but you know what? We're going to do what's best in the best interest of our people.
And I think that's what we did yesterday. Some of the measures we took were in complete defiance of what the governor has said we could do. And we're just going to kind of wait and see what his response is. If he wants to have the public fight where he's trying to do certain things and we're trying to do certain things to protect our people, I'd love to have that fight. Believe me, I'll have that fight all day long, because in the end, when you're trying to protect your community from getting sick and dying, I think I win, at least in the court of public opinion. So if the governor wants to have that battle, I'll have that battle with him. But we've also requested additional resources from the state. We did that yesterday, and we've also some of those have been answered. As I said, the state did send down some additional nursing and medical personnel, which is great. We desperately needed that. Now we're also going to be asking for additional resources, protective equipment, other things. So we are asking. Whether or not they say yes, it's another issue, but we have made that request.
Well, in regards to, Jaime said, shut down the restaurant. I'm going to give my opinion. I don't think shutting down small business is the right move at all. I think, and I've made mention to this to a lot of the small business owners that have contacted me. You're going to have to work on reinventing yourself if you want to maintain your place of business open. I mean, even bars, sir. And I speak with some of the owners of the bars out there, and I said, guys, find a way to reinvent yourself in regards to providing some other type of service. In the time that we're going, there's got to be some way or form for you to make a little bit of the income that you need in order to keep business flowing through your establishment. But one of the things that we've seen, I go to the food court because Papa likes to eat there after Sunday. What Papa wants, Papa gets, and there's no people there. There's no people going to the mall. A very limited amount of individuals going out there. I mean, do you think, Mayor, our mall will survive?
The mall was already in trouble before this. It was in a very difficult. I like that comment. That's hilarious.
Aaron, nice, Aaron.
Actually, hey man, we're not. I have an answer to that, and I'll send it to Rosie, Aaron. Anyway, okay, what was the question? Was the mall? Yeah, the mall was already in trouble, and malls across the country are in trouble already. They've been kind of reinventing their business. We've seen malls shift towards different types of retail, more entertainment. So our mall was already in trouble. This is certainly not going to help. To be honest, I haven't been to the mall. I don't know why you're going to the mall, Erasmo, but I haven't been to the mall. And I've avoided it. I've avoided most places. I've got an older mother that has some sort of underlying medical conditions that would not be good if she got COVID. So I try and stay away. But certainly the mall is going to have an issue. I certainly hope that they can make it through this. A lot of small business, unfortunately, is struggling. But part of that, Erasmo, is what you said, and I've been saying as well, which is you have to reinvent yourself. This is a pandemic. People are are still, people still need to eat, people still need to buy things. It's just how you cater to those individuals in that market that will determine whether or not you make it out of this or not.
Now, we do know that there was some assistance being offered by PUB in regards to, helping individuals with their light bill. Are there any plans in regards to PUB or the city in regards to expanding that program so more individuals, may be able to get a little bit of assistance during these times?
I'm certainly an advocate of expanding the PUB part. We did allocate enough funding for it to last a while, so I think we're going to be okay on that. As far as the city, that's a different question, because the city has allocated resources to small businesses, trying to help small business as well. But it's just a matter of really determining what the needs are. The needs are across the board, right? So you have to prioritize and try and help as much as you can. It's a difficult situation. I know PUB certainly has allocated some funding. I don't think the process has been very efficient. I'm trying to really push them on being more efficient on that, but the city, I think, should look at something else. But I'm going to need some help in trying to figure out what that's going to be.
Now, one of the issues that was mentioned in regards to Manny was mentioned in regards to more PSAs, more information in regards to reaching our individuals out there. I've seen a lot of the videos.
I don't know what else I can do, man.
I know. I've seen.
Good.
I don't think, again, and I've said it before. I mean, the mayor has been very, very proactive. Maybe more of the leadership, maybe, encourage more of our city commissioners to actually be out there a little bit more proactive in regards to reaching everyone out there, individuals in English and in Spanish. How about using old school?
When it comes to messaging, like I said, I've done everything I possibly could, I think, up to this point to get the message across. What's hindering us is the spread of misinformation. People that continue to say that this is a hoax. People that try and say it's not that bad. People that want to try and say the percentage is low. All those things, look what's happening around you. Look at the hospitals. Look at the positivity rate. It's all increasing. The positivity rate at one hospital was 6%. In March, it's 51% now. So come on, guys, look around you. Figure out that people are getting sick around you. It's not that difficult an equation. Wear your mask, stay away from people, go out only if necessary. If you need to work, go to work, but take precautions. It's not that hard. But when people are spreading this information, trying to make it seem as though everything is okay, those are the people that are hurting everybody else. So that's the difficulty, not spreading the message, but trying to quell the misinformation. That's very difficult. And when you have other individuals in higher offices trying to make it seem as though everything's okay, that doesn't help either.
No, and again, we greatly appreciate. Again, we've said it countless times. Never seen a mayor as proactive in regards to keeping individuals informed, and it's something that is new to a lot of people in Brownsville. One of the things that we did, I think, cancel. I didn't get any confirmation, but I took it for. We did cancel 4th of July parade, which we usually have about this weekend. Are there any other events that are going to be canceled in the city of Brownsville in the upcoming months, or all of them?
The city has canceled every city-sponsored or city-hosted event in person, but our 4th of July event is not happening, certainly. That would have been a major risk to our folks, but we are doing an online event. It's called BTX Rocks the 4th.
Yes.
We're going to have live, rock band from Monterrey that's going to be streaming. It's going to be really cool. So that'll be an opportunity for people to at least have some live stream experience that would have been a live experience. But we just have to keep holding the line and keep trying to do the best we can. But for now, there's no city-sponsored events that are going to be happening in person for the foreseeable future. And I really sincerely hope that the island closes down this weekend. Otherwise, we're going to have some major issues. I have a really dear friend who's in ICU now, who was been in ICU for over a week, and a week before he went to the hospital, he was on the beach. So just please protect yourselves, take care, and do the best you can out there. It is a dangerous situation. The virus does spread. Most of us would recover and be okay, but there's that percentage that won't, and that could be our family member, our parent, our grandparent. So think of them when you're going out there.
Well, Mayor, again, thank you so much for your time. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know that you're a very, very busy man. But again, thank you so very much for everything you do for the city of Brownsville. Look, and to everyone out there that's like, oh, this, guys, we're not always going to get everything right, but we are going to do our best to make sure that we protect each and every one of the individuals that listen to us, that are under our care. So, Mayor, really, thank you so much for everything you do. God bless. Take care, and we'll see you soon.
All right. Bye.
Bye. And that was the mayor's. Nope, blame Abbott. Yes, and I tend to blame Abbott quite a lot. And Abbott's a friend of mine, guys. I mean, again, I speak with Abbott at least once a week. But it is what it is. Instead of buying all those old buildings downtown, yes, agreed. Now it's kind of trippy, but and again, it wasn't under Mayor Mendes' administration, but that they bought that Casa de Nylon building for $2.3 million. $2.3 million, guys. I mean, it's a worthless building. Probably you couldn't sell it for $100,000, but they sure as hell bought it for $2.3 million. I mean, why couldn't have that been transformed into a clinic or to a MASH unit, as Carlos was saying? And Carlos asked to come on, and I sent him a link so Carlos could come in and speak a little bit more in regards to what's going on. But in regards to the medical field, and also speak a little bit. In regards to the medical field and in regards to anything else. But again, guys, $2.3 million spent on a building that is worthless, empty, cannot be used. And again, bought it from Golonsky, and she's sitting on the commission right now. Give back the money, Golonskys. Nudith, give back the money. Give the city back a refund. Instead of $2.3 million that y'all pocketed, give the city back $1 million. Let them actually fix up that piece of crap and convert it into a clinic to hold individuals or something. I mean, goodness gracious alive. And when does it stop? And I hear someone knocking at my door again. Hello? And we are going to talk about BISD, Sylvia Atkinson, and everything that's going on with the district. So someone's knocking. And it's Mr. Carlos Elizondo. How you doing, sir? Hello?
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Looks like I hope you're not driving, and but it looks like you're in the.
Oh, I'm not that talented.
Mr. Carlos, how you doing, sir? Hello.
What's going on, Erasmo? How you doing?
Not much. Carlos, we've been talking about the situation. You were a firefighter. You were, I guess you are a nurse.
My earphones on. I'm having a hard time just hearing you.
Can you hear me? Anthony, he froze. Anyway, guys, there is a bad situation in regards to situations out there. So again, just didn't work. It's okay. I totally agree with you. Thank you. Finally, someone. I agree. School has to be and again, I'm very glad that the mayor and they're looking into ways in regards to putting a stop to the school district, and not just the school district, guys. Take into consideration when I say the school district, I mean every entity out there that has classes. Again, we're not in the same situation as other cities and other districts. We have a mess on our hands. We have a very, very serious mess on our hands. We have to make sure that we continue to protect our citizens. And again, the responsibility of the mayor of the city of Brownsville, the responsibility of this city commission is to protect the citizens of Brownsville. So going on to campus, sending our teachers back to campus, sending our students back to campus is irresponsible, not only for their health and safety, but for the health and safety of our community as a whole. Don't you agree, Carlos?
Yes, of course, I agree. 100%, and I think right now the trying times, and as more, and not to try and sidestep the situation, is the actual medical emergencies that are happening throughout the city of Brownsville, not just BISD. BISD is something that we can control if all the board members and the superintendent would rationalize of the actual reality that we're going through right now and just stop this nonsense and forget about starting the school year in August, man. I think you mentioned January. Maybe even January is too soon. Who knows? We don't know yet. That's what they need to be preparing for. But right now, the trying times is what's happening in our local community where people are dying because of this virus and the extent that it's being spread. and the inability for us to provide that health care to these individuals, through our two local hospitals. I heard the mayor wanted to say, yeah, let's put in that MASH hospital. Well, who's going to man it? They don't have nurses. Our own paramedics are ill. The fire chief is quarterbacking from his lazy boy at home, but he's forcing every man and woman that's in the fire department to be forced to go to work and expose themselves. Yes, that's a risk. Unfortunately, a firefighter is at risk to dying if there's a burning building. But guess what? If we allow these people to start doing that, to pick and choose who they go help and who they go save, then what are they doing there? They should not be working. They should be working somewhere else. Maybe they should be selling groceries or something where it's, well, even then that's dangerous, right?
At this point, well, we don't have
the manpower.
No, we don't.
People they're asking nurses from out of state. They're bringing ambulances from Harris County. They brought in, I think, 2 or 3 the other day, and those are not even enough.
They're not enough. And one of the things I think that is very prevalent out there. I've had conversations with a lot of our nurses and some of our doctors out here in the area, and every single one of them is concerned. One of the things that I will say is that they're concerned, but they have to be out there at the hospitals. They have to be out there, and they're doing it. And I spoke with a couple of them, and they say, Erasmo, this is what we signed up for. We're exposing ourselves. We know that we might be exposing our family, and our nurses locally are doing a great job. It's no dan de basto.
They're not going to.
They're not enough.
It's like a vehicle. If you don't put the oil in and you don't put air in the tires, eventually that vehicle is going to stop. That's what's happening with our local firefighters, our paramedics, our nurses, our bedside healthcare caregivers, our doctors, our nurse practitioners, our PAs. They are getting to the point of exhaustion. And once they get there, guess what? That mule or that horse or that tractor is going to stop. There's nothing in this world that's going to be able to get it back and going at the speed that it was at the beginning. They need help. This bullshit about bringing in 3 ambulances from Harris County when you have over 100 here in the valley, and I'm not talking Brownsville, I'm talking about Hidalgo, Willacy. There's hundreds and hundreds of individuals that are willing to come over here and put their life on the line to make sure that that person that's calling for 911 has an ambulance going to their home. A lot of people say, well, if they've been waiting at home for 4 days because they feel ill, why don't they just drive themselves? Guess what? Because maybe their higher level of care has increased and now they need oxygen, or they need a monitor, or they need a nurse or a doctor to give them medication or IV therapy. We don't know that. But yet they still want to stop the health industry to be able to come and provide that where there is none, which is the city of Brownsville.
Alma, I agree with you. Let me tell you, Alma, actually, that's one of the suggestions that I have made to the city. I've made that suggestion to the city in regards to, taking that into consideration. I mean, goodness gracious, if we need to, we have to, take over these empty schools that we abandoned, take them over and place them in the use of the city. We need them. We need them. I mean, that's a great idea, Alma. And I wish that, that maybe contact your city commissioner and let them know. Maybe it's a good time to take back a lot of these empty schools that the district, can't use. It won't be able to fill anyway. Just take them back.
Erasmo, and I agree with you 100% there, but you don't have the manpower to be able to get these per se, temporary hospitals or areas of confinement. There's not anybody there. People are not going to work at the hospitals, let alone somewhere that they want to open these COVID, sanctuaries. We just don't have the manpower. We're losing our first responders as we speak. We are not having the ability to bring those individuals back to the workforce because they are exhausted or they're sick, one of the two. So those are great ideas, but I think the biggest thing is manpower. Where are you going to get that manpower?
I agree with you, but and one of the things that the Hidalgo County has started to do is ask the National Guard and a lot of the medical personnel that the state controls. And why not? Let's reach out federally. Let's just bring in the individuals, because the difference between us and other places is that we become an epicenter. We become a hotspot, and we need to come down.
But those individuals are forward thinkers. We don't have that here in the city of Brownsville. We have people who are reactive through political vendettas on why they should do things and why they should not. That's the difference between them and us. This is the reason that they continue to progress forward and keep their citizens in the forefront, especially with this COVID pandemic. And City of Brownsville is reactive. You've said it before. We're reacting to people dying, and the only reason that they'll react is because it affected them at home. They know someone who actually died from it or who has it. Then they think, you know what? It's time to do something about it.
I agree. If the city sees another protest being planned, like the one that happened last Saturday with the Rock, will the city continue to allow these mass gatherings during the pandemic? Let me tell you, Michael, it would be a great mistake, guys. It's not a time. It is not a time. Not a time at all. I don't have to buy rent. Carlos, one of the other things that came out yesterday, we'll be talking about some more about every day, every other hour, everything changes in regards to COVID-19 and the mess that we're in as a district. With that said, Carlos, yesterday, we got some news in regards to, one of your great friends, Dr. Sylvia.
Best friends.
And what's very impressive, Carlos, is that you have been saying it, I have been saying it, guys. She still controls these people. She controls Minerva, Prissy, Drew, Philip, Laura, little Eddie. She controls the superintendent. She directs them. She plays them. Isn't that what the article in the Brownsville Herald that now I praise today because they did a good job yesterday? Isn't that what the article told us, Carlos?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Not only that, you need to write down this history. Everybody that's listening, Erasmo actually praises the Brownsville Herald. But I tell you, Erasmo, the thing here is, it's not that the news came out, because obviously you've been saying it and we've been saying it. I mean, a lot of other people have been saying that this issue has been happening. The Brownsville Herald actually figured out, you know what, maybe I should put it up because I am losing, face value on what this newspaper is all about, right? And maybe keep some of his readers. I think 7 readers, I think they have. But also is what a disservice to the community by the current board when they've been saying the total opposite. Why is it that they continue to talk to someone where a federal judge has told them not to? Is it because Sylvia has something in her bag of tricks that these people are scared of that she's going to throw out? I don't know. That's a question that should be asked.
Well, what's more impressive, Carlos, that she was messaging them during or before the meeting on this past Tuesday.
Wow.
During or before the meeting this past Tuesday. I mean, you could say, well, maybe back then when she got arrested in December, she was still communicating with him. No, she was communicating with him last week, 7 days ago. And again, guys, to anyone out there that has any doubt, this woman eats, breathes, sleeps, BISD as bad as she. I mean, it's a vice for her. It's almost as bad as her gambling problem. I mean, it's just horrible.
But the responsibility of the board members to the community should be, you know what, we're going to follow an order from a federal judge and not make contact with this individual, regardless of what she wants and what she wants to do with the district or what kind of power she has. That's total disrespect to the process. That's total disrespect to the orders of the judge, to the court, to the FBI agents that are continuing to make sure they collect all this evidence, especially if they're texting back and forth during these meetings.
How does he goes to the mall for the pop? Yeah, I actually do go to the mall for Levi and Kai popcorn and the Candy Apple Factory. They got some good stuff. And again, guys, please support our local business. They are struggling as much as everybody else. Carlos, it is a sad situation. I spoke with the mayor a little bit right before you came on in regards to, hey, guys, we cannot bringing our students back onto campus. The mayor and the city commission has been very adamant in regards to, hey, don't go. Y ellos tercos with their attorney, Baltasar Salazar, they basically fought back and said, no, we're going to send them por los de nosotros, nos vale. And they sent them back. And guess what, Carlos? They came out positive. So the mayor, they're looking into taking a little bit more action in regards to making sure, to get a response in regards to making sure that they cannot bring our teachers and our students back onto campus. It's a mistake, Carlos.
That'd be a death sentence for some of these kids and some of these teachers if they did that, and they're taking that full responsibility of exposing some of these individuals, and they're like the mayor. I wish you would have brought me when the mayor was here. I had a couple of questions for him, but anyway, like the mayor says, a lot of things is that they're downplaying the effects of this virus. It might not affect everybody the same way, but it is killing people in some way.
And it's not only killing individuals. Again, guys, I mean, it's still a novel virus, folks. And one of the reasons why the CDC is out there every day, Dr. Fauci, Dr. Birx, and other scientists out there, is because they learn something new about this thing. I would say every couple of hours. See, and that is where the issue is. We just don't know. A lot of individuals are coming on and saying, "Oh, well, they're recovered. They're recovered." And I'm going like, what exactly does that mean? We don't know what that means, guys. We just do not know what that means. That is the issue. That is the problem. That is why desde el principio we've been saying the same thing. We have to social distance from each other. We have to make sure that if we don't have to be out and about como locos, then stay home. Stay home. Right. Go out there only for things that are necessary. Mayor, please help our community. Our concern is for the health of our children. Please be an advocate for our children. Do not send our children back. And this is the frustration, Carlos. This is a frustration that I hear all day long from parents, from teachers, especially from teachers who know that their family's health and well-being is in trouble, and that they know that this superintendent and these board members, they don't care about them. Do you think, Carlos, that this superintendent and this board cares about our teachers and their families?
No, I think that they've gone beyond that, Erasmo. I think that their only interest is how many Washingtons get put into their bank account. I think that's how far their vision goes. That's what their interest is. They have showed no interest in what's in the best interest of the community and the kids and the employees, all employees of the school district. I mean, it's just negligence in his part. It's complete negligence in the superintendent and his cronies, because they should say, you know what, something is wrong. They should be advocating for the employees and the children of the school district, and they're not. They're following the lead of an idiot.
Sylvia? It's very unfortunate that at this time in crisis, the board still has as president of the board a Minerva La Pingüina Peña. I mean, that woman has got to be the stupidest individual I have ever met in my life. The stupidest individual I've ever met in my life. And she is the leader of the board, the board president.
It's fair to say that the majority has shifted. And so if they want to replace her overnight, they could. They choose not to.
No, because nobody wants to have the responsibility of making the choices that have to be made, the right choices, the tough decisions that have to be taken into account. They don't. They're afraid. People are stupid not wearing their mask. Damn it, wear your mask. Yeah, they are stupid. But again, and again, the mayor made mention of it. Carlos made mention of it as well. Guys, it is a mistake for anyone to go out there and say it's a hoax, it's not real, it's going to disappear, it's like the flu. And we've been saying it for months now, guys. It's nothing like the flu. It's somewhat like the flu in some respects, but nothing like the flu in regards to how devastating it can be in a community. And we're living it here. We're living it at this time. There are many businesses that can't reinvent themselves, especially not during a pandemic. Michael, got to figure out something, bro. I mean, you got to figure out something. Be creative if you have to. I've seen it throughout the country. A lot of the different places that, like, let's say that they produce retail stuff. They started to change their process and started making face masks, face coverings, started selling those. A lot of the restaurants, what they started to do, and at first I was kind of hesitant about it. They started selling groceries. They started selling eggs. They started because they were trying to make a living in regards to it. So you got to start to think of doing something. And if that's going to be the case, Michael, then they need to shut down. Because if a business can't guarantee that the people that are going to be going into their place of business are not going to be safe, then maybe they do need to shut down, bro. And again, I'm anti-shutting down business. If you love your family, wear a mask. Spectrum is giving away free Wi-Fi for kids who didn't have internet. 100%. We need them to expand on those. Aaron and Dale, bro, you shouldn't be eating that much cheesecake. Have you seen him recently? I mean, poor Aaron gained like 50 pounds, man. Aaron, get off the cheesecake, bro. Every business that remains open needs to have a hand sanitizer available, temperature checks. Yeah, I mean, we've got to take different measures. And, and even now the county is having to close a lot of their different departments. We got word that county clerk's office is closing. It's closing because of the different situations that they're going through.
And on that detail, I got some information that they're not closing the offices; they're just closing the lobbies. So just maybe we and I think they sent out a memo just in case.
They sent out a memo, and I think I posted the memo. I might have taken it down, but I think I'll post it back again. Yes, so true. Trader attendance is the best we've had in a while. Let me tell you, cheesecake is life. It is pretty true. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Sonita. More can be done outside resources with other agencies involved with. I agree, Albert, and I think one of the things is that at first, a lot of our local leadership was kind of thinking like, no, we're soon going to be over the first little hump, and again, and people were saying, no, Erasmo, you're just trying to scare people. I'm going like, no, I'm trying to prepare people because it was coming, and guess what? It's coming.
Do you think they thought that the hump wasn't as big as it is?
Let me tell you, it's a big hump. And again, guys, we haven't reached the peak. And again, for all the people coming out here, oh, you're just a fear monger, you're spreading fear. No, we're trying to spread precaution. Be careful, protect yourselves, protect your family, protect your loved ones, because at the end of the day, those that matter are our viejitos and our small little infant children. And for a lot of people out there that said, oh, no, solamente se van a morir los viejitos. Because really, and I was very upset very disgusted with a lot of the comments that would say, well, it's only going to kill the viejitos. No, guys, we got 30-year-olds passing away. We got 40-year-olds passing away. We have a 21-year-old passing away. And we have infants passing away. So no, guys, it's not a disease of the elderly. It's a disease of a nation, of a world. Thank you, Mayor. I'm not mayor yet, but I will be. Mayor Mendes, you're doing an amazing. Oh, I guess these are old ones. Sorry, guys. I passed away Saturday in Brownsville. My prayers, Esmeralda. Again,
sorry to hear that.
Even with Michael, I think Michael's here. Michael, even Raul changed his tune. Raul was, it's a hoax, it's political. And today I saw a post where Raul says, it's not a hoax. But, it's very sad that it has to get to that point, It's very sad that it has to get to the point where we have to wait till someone very close to us passes away, someone close to us dies, for us to take any form, any shape of action out there. It's very unfortunate. Yo soy chavorruco. Deja de andar ligando con las de 21, 22 años. No se crea, don Jose. Porte bien. I have a father that works for the city of Brownsville. One of the other concerns, real quick, and we'll end with this. Carlos, I want your take on it. We did learn of the situation where a person passed away in front of the nursing home because our EMT personnel could not touch the patient. It couldn't, perform CPR. The patient passed away in the parking lot. Passed away in the parking lot.
It didn't pass away because CPR could not have been done. You can do CPR, and the training now through American Heart Association is hands only. There is no mouth to mouth anymore. Firefighters, paramedics, all at least when I was there, were fully equipped to be able to get a BVM or a back valve mask and do artificial respirations. There is no mouth to mouth, so I don't know what people are saying that they couldn't do mouth to mouth, because nobody does mouth to mouth. We don't. You do hands on CPR only. But it's not called CPR. and so it's very unfortunate that people are trying to
it was brought up.
Say something that is not necessarily true. The reason that person died was because there was not an ambulance available, because the city commission continues to only want to use Brownsville Fire. Brownsville Fire is at a point to where it's a pandemic within themselves, that there is more than one or two people that are ill with this virus, and that they're exhausted to the point to where they're not doing their job the way they're supposed to. People are calling in sick. Don't take my word for it. Just go back and look at the records. There's overtime. The majority of the people on shift is due to overtime. The ambulances are being closed down because there's not enough personnel. So what they're doing is they're taking people from the fire truck, where there's 3, and they leave them with two so they can put that individual into an ambulance so they can continue servicing them all still. So the reason that this person died was not because there was no CPR done, was because the fire chief failed to adequately provide the services that this community deserves. So
and let me tell you, one of the
that's the plain simple truth.
The same thing has been happening at other nursing homes. You know, we had an ambulance go out there to Valley Grande Manor. They requested an ambulance to go over there, and a fire truck showed up, said, "Oh, we don't have any ambulances."
You don't need an ambulance for right care.
No. Well,
initial care. You need an ambulance to transport to a medical facility. But every individual, every fire truck, every car that's there available to the fire chief's discretion was equipped, because I know I made that when I was there. Everybody has a EKG monitor, everybody has supplies, even the fire marshal's office. What the chief should be doing is what I was doing when I was there, is make everybody a first responder, especially right now during this COVID pandemic where there's more need, and have everybody respond. But he doesn't. He has the fire marshal's office sitting at the fire marshal's home, not doing anything, and they're all cross-trained. You have the training division sitting at home, not doing anything. You have the fire chief at home, not doing anything. You have his deputy chiefs. Well, one of them has COVID, so he's probably in quarantine. You have everybody individual who can actually go and respond to these, influx of calls, not doing a damn thing.
not a damn thing.
That is the responsibility of the fire chief.
Guys, we've been on here for an hour and a half. It's been a great little run. Have another appointment 10:30. Carlos, any last words for the people of Brownsville?
Stay safe. Keep putting pressure on your commissioners to make the right choices.
Guys, please, call the city commissioners. Let them know that we're concerned. Let them know that we're in trouble. And guys, stay away from each other as much as possible. Social distancing, wear face coverings, hand sanitizer. I keep it very close to my desk. And if someone, not something other, it's hand sanitizer. And,
Erasmo, also, use local resources. We have local resources before you start reaching out to Houston, where there is an even greater demand.
A greater problem.
That's right.
Guys, stay safe. Take care of each other. Take care of me. God bless. Take care. Hasta pronto. Thank you, Carlos.
Thank you.